Yo, Kpaceguy here, what's going on with you? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm bringing you our dear friends, Cadence Sound. They sent over some more subs for demo. They sent us a pair of Cadence Sound UD12s from the Ultra Drive series, and they also sent the Xlerator ADSA. This is an 8-inch active subwoofer, so it's a box, sub, and amplifier all built in one. So these are some budget subs that we're reviewing that I think you guys will like. Somebody who wants a little extra bass in the car but doesn't want to do anything crazy, this is definitely where you need to look. So we're going to start off with the box on the left, the Cadence UD12. I've already went and unboxed this one. So let's go ahead and start talking about what this is. So again, this is the Cadence UD12 from their Ultra Drive series. This is a 12-inch subwoofer, and it comes in dual 2 ohms or dual 4 ohms, depending on what amp you have. So I know it says it's a 900 watts peak power, but that's not the number we want to know. We want to know what it is RMS. And this one is 450 watts RMS, and it recommends an amplifier between 100 watts and 450 watts. So build quality wise, it's made of a paper pulp, a pressed paper pulp cone. The surround material is a laminated rubber material. The basket is made out of rolled steel. The magnet is a 64-ounce magnet, and it weighs just over 11 pounds, 11.7 to be exact. And again, it's a dual 2 or a dual 4. I have, in this case, 2 dual 4s to get an 1 ohm impedance. So that's nice to have here. And again, 450 watts RMS, 900 watts peak. And it has a pretty good frequency response as well. I believe it gets around 28 hertz. So that's not bad at all. So as far as box sizes go, if you want to put it in a sealed enclosure, you're going to need about a box that's about 14.5 inches in width, 12 inches in depth, and 14.5 inches in height to get you about nominal 1 cubic feet of airspace. It says if you want to make it super small, the smallest you can go is 0.6 cubic feet. And if you want to have an audio file kind of sound, like a real sound quality build, you want a 1.85 cubic foot box. So anywhere between 0.6 to 1.85 cubic feet will be good in a sealed box. If you're going ported, you're going to want at least a 1.5 cubic foot box. If you want to have an audio grade kind of sound, you want to go with a 2.25 cubic foot box. So for those who care, this sub has a sensitivity rating of 93 dB. And for those who don't know what that means for you, it means that the sub is very efficient. So you can power it with little power, and it will get a lot from that little power. It's very efficient. It takes the power that it gets and turns it into music, not heat. So you don't need to upgrade electrical. You don't need a powerful amp to get this done. You can put just about any amp between 100 watts to 450 watts RMS, and you're set, good to go. So that's nice to see. Keep the budget low. You don't have to have a powerful amp to power it. Get something efficient. I love that about the Cadence Sound. So you guys may have noticed this really weird styled magnet that you may have not seen, maybe not this way on other subwoofers. This is actually a heat sink built on the subwoofer itself, and that's to dissipate that heat when it's inside that box playing music. So of course it has a pole underneath it to ventilate, but it also has a heat sink as well to further get rid of some heat. And of course we all know heat is the fastest way to destroy any speaker or electronic. So that's nice to see. They're a budget sub, but they still kept the build quality in mind. Even on a budget build like this, these speaker terminals are actually pretty good quality. You can probably stick in about 12 gauge, maybe 10 gauge wire in there with no problem on the terminals. And then the tinsel lead are sewn right into the spider, so that's nice to see. So, you know, they didn't compromise on build quality at all. And that's something that I've learned quickly that Cadence is good at, is building something with quality. So the price point compared to other people may be a little bit higher, but you're usually getting a much sturdier, better built product than other companies as well. So nothing changed with the Ultra Drive series. It's just as well built as their Wild Beast series or something even higher price range. So good job to them, thumbs up on that. So now that we've taken care of the UD12 Ultra Drive series, let's move over to the box on the right. We're going to open that up. That's their 8-inch Xlerator ADSA, an all-in-one package. So 8-inch subwoofer with a built-in amplifier in its own enclosure. Let's open that up and see what that's all about. Now check this out. This is cool. The Accelerator 80SA. It's a Class D monoblock 8-inch active subwoofer. Not just 8-inch active subwoofer on the front, but there's a passive 8-inch on the back. That it doesn't say anything about this in the spec sheet, doesn't say anything about it on the box, but on the other side of the speaker here is another speaker. It looks to be like a passive radiator, which what that means is instead of having a ported box, you put a passive radiator that acts as a ported box. It gives you extra low end without the distortion and the moneyness and the boomy sound that you can get from a ported box. So a passive radiator is a more efficient way to dig deep. So that's really cool to see. I had no idea that there was two drivers on the speaker, because again, it doesn't show it in the picture, doesn't show it in the specs, none of that stuff. But speaking of specs, it has a maximum output of 360 watts, so 180 watts RMS. Has a really nice frequency response of 20 to 125 hertz. So this should be digging pretty low with that passive radiator on the back. Flipping it over to the side, you're going to expose the amp, and this is where, of course, all your connections will be made: power, remote, ground, and then of course, you have options for high level or low level input, so RCA or high level straight to a speaker, your rear deck speakers perhaps. So you can connect this in many different ways in your vehicle. So on the amp, you have auto power on with smart sense, so it knows either by remote that the car has been turned on or it detects a signal. It has a subsonic filter up to 50 hertz, so you can cut off the really low frequencies just to help that driver not overexert or work too hard beyond its capabilities. You have a phase control, which a lot of people aren't too sure how to work that in their vehicle, but we can talk about that in a later video. Has bass boost. If you need to up a couple of frequencies, you can add a little bit to that. Be careful with that though. It could add distortion or clipping, so make sure you have bass boost on before you set your gains and stuff like that, so you get that correct. And then it has a low pass filter, of course, so you can cut it off at a certain frequency, say 80 hertz or something like that. So it's really nice to see. And then again, the low level, high level inputs, RCAs or the cable there. And then it has a few accessories as well. We have a remote knob, a bass knob here that you can put in the front of your vehicle, so you can actually control the bass from the bass knob. And that's really nice to see on a low budget 8-inch subwoofer like this. And it kind of resembles a bass knob from some of their higher end amplifier, like the QRS series. It doesn't have a status light or a clipping light or anything like that, but the build quality feels to be the same, and the knob itself, the part that actually turns, feels pretty good too. And it's one of those telephone line type of connectors, which I think I like better. I think I like those better. I'm not too sure actually, but it has one of those styles that is rather long, so you can string it across the whole car if you like to, not a problem. And then of course, if you are going to run your high level inputs, you do have a cable there for that. Assuming that you're going to have this in the trunk, you can just connect these right to your left and right rear deck speakers or door speakers if you have some in your doors, and this will connect straight to those speakers, so you can get a high level input to your subwoofer that way. Alright, so I've been telling you guys that they're budget gems, but I haven't told you the exact price. So let's start with the UD12, the Ultra Drive series. The 12-inch comes in at $106. They have a 10-inch at $92 and the 8-inch at $72. So not a bad price whatsoever on that. So you have options there. The Accelerator 80SA comes in at $171 for that whole package that we saw just a moment ago. So really high quality stuff for not a lot of money, just to put a little bit of oomph in your system if you're missing that low end bass. So if you're looking for quality built products that are going to play low and probably pretty loud, these are going to be something you want to keep on your radar. So guys, that's going to end this video here. Again, thank you so much to Cadence Sound for bringing these in for review. The review's not done yet. We're going to make some more videos of putting them in the vehicle, guys. So tell me, which subs do you want to see me put in the car first? Do you want to see me use the dual UD12s? I have 2 of them. So I'm going to run 2 of those. You want to see that first, or do you want to see me use the small 8-inch built-in box? Which one do you want to see? I'm leaning more towards the UD12s first. So let me know which one you think you want to see, and I'll get a video of that ASAP, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Kpaceguy out. Peace.